back to my channel. So as you saw by the title of today's video, we are going to be recreating this look right here. This was 1,000,000% a recreation / inspiration, because it's not 100% what she did, but of Holly Boon's look that she created last year for Coachella. I loved it so much that I wanted to recreate it for myself. So if you guys are interested in seeing exactly how I created this look right here, then please just keep on watching. I almost forgot to say that Holly's video is linked in the description below, so be sure to go there and watch her video and give it a like and all that good stuff. Okay, bye. Let's make this eye look like that eye. Whatever, you get the point, right? How many times do I have to say that? Okay, so jumping into the James Charles X Morphe palette, I'm gonna grab the shade Skip, the bright pink one, and I'm going to put that on a crown brush. It doesn't have a number or anything, but it's just like a dense packing brush. I'm going to get a decent amount of pigment on here and put it in the crease, just like that. And you see how I'm like tapping it in there? That's what we're doing. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this. This is the Sigma E25 blending brush. And I'm going to grab some of this pink in the BH Cosmetics Modern Mattes palette. So I'm going to actually mix these two pinks right here. Tap off the excess, and I'm just going to blend the edge of the pink. And I'm going to go back and forth doing this method a few times until I get the pigmentation that I'm looking for. So now it is time to add some purple. So I'm going to be using the shade Escape. I hate that plastic piece of paper. So I'm going to be using the shade Escape. It is the purple here in the Morphe palette. And I'm going to first apply it with this pencil brush. This is a Morphe S20 pencil brush. This is a super old brush. They probably don't even make it anymore. And I'm just going to pat it into the outer crease, just like this. And then just so I do the exact same thing that I did on the other eye, I wish I hadn't have done this because it just seems unnecessary, but I used this Party Animal palette from Laura Lee Los Angeles, and I used the Hungover shade in here. It's kind of like a sparkly deep purple, and I also put a little bit of that on here as well. It's not necessary because I don't think it actually deepened up the color any. But like I said, just so I do the exact same thing on both eyes, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with this Morphe M507. It's a very teeny tiny blending brush. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of pigment and begin to blend it out. Just because it was looking a little sharp from the pencil brush. Perfect. And then what I'm going to do is go back in with the original pink brush and just kind of tap on some pigment that was left on the brush. I didn't dip back into the palette or anything, but I'm just kind of pouncing this on there and then using the other one to kind of blend out the edge one last time. The purple is on! So now it's time to cut the crease, and I'm going to go ahead and use a product that I told you guys I would review. I hate to say that I actually do like this product, and the only reason I hate to say it is because it was such a hassle to get it to me. So this is the P. Louise Makeup Base. This is in the shade Rumor 1. I could have definitely picked a deeper shade. This is like almost white. It is so light, but I'm not going through that again. You really don't need a ton of this product. It's pretty creamy consistency, and it really does go a long way. In my mind, it's a little bit easier than concealer to do cut creases with. And to do this, I'm going to be using a Morphe M124 brush, and I'm just going to do a half cut crease. So I can't talk while I do this because I have to concentrate way too hard, but of course I will let you guys see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to jump back into the Morphe palette and go in with this shimmery purple shade on the same exact brush that I used to cut the crease with. And I'm going to pick up a decent amount, and I'm going to just put it right here in the center. You guys can see I'm just taking it straight up. And then of course stopping up here where I stopped the cut crease. And then I'm going to go over this a handful of times to get it to the pigmentation that I desire. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is actually take a makeup wipe and wipe this brush off so I get the concealer and the purple shimmer off of it. And just kind of go like this to dry it off. And then what I'm going to do is pick up some more of the purple and then take some Fix Plus. Put it on there and then pack this on again. There we go. Look at how bright.
So pretty. So pretty.
Now what I'm going to do is take, I'm using an absurd amount of palettes in this, and I'm sorry, but when you're playing and don't know exactly what you're going to use for each color part of a look, it can get, a lot of things can join in. Okay, anyway. So I'm going to flip it around and use the other side of this brush. And I'm going to lay down some of this rose quartz shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. I liked it because it's not pink, but it has a pinky tone to it. And I'm going to use that to set the front up here. And I'm just making sure that I color, you know, in the lines of my cut crease. Basically want to set all of the makeup base that we put down. Once I've done that, it kind of leaves us to the fun part. So I picked up this glitter today and it is so beautiful. So this is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner in the shade Grind. It is like a pinky silver green glitter. It's just super pretty. So I'm actually going to take it and put it up here in the front where I just put that rose quartz shade down. And this is going to kind of tie in the pink into the look. And while that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and get started working on the lower lash line. So I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did on the other eye, even though I wish I wouldn't have used this original color, but it is what it is. So I'm going to jump back into the Laura Lee Los Angeles palette with this Damage Control shade here in the middle on a Sigma E25 blending brush. And I'm going to blend the lower lash line. I just didn't care for this blue with how it blended with the other colors. It just kind of looked muddy to me. But like I said, I want to keep both eyes the same, so I'm going to use it. But now I'm going to go back to the BH Cosmetics palette, and with this like turquoisey blue here, do the exact same thing. And then I'm going to take a small lining brush. This is just some brush that I got in like a kit from TJ Maxx. It doesn't necessarily have a name or anything. And I'm going to take that and line the lower lash line with it. And then I'm going to take the tiniest smidge of like this periwinkle shade right next to it and buff that in. So there is the lower lash line. One last touch up that we're going to do on the upper lid is to actually deepen up the purple shade a little bit because it did kind of get lost with the purple shimmer. So going back into the Morphe palette with the original purple that we used, and I'm just taking that blending brush that we used to apply it earlier to buff it in. So now I'm going to do a very thin line of gel liner on my lash line, put on some mascara, and then apply these false lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of that very quickly, and then we will get on to the glitter. Okay, so now that we have our lashes on, let us start the fun part! So I'm going to be taking this Tarte Moonwalk Treasure Pot Glitter. I got this a while ago, but I've never used it. This is what it looks like, and can you see how like the colors catch the light in my other eye? So I'm going to be taking the opposite end of any brush, it doesn't matter, and I'm going to kind of glurp some of it up. Is that a word? No, I don't know. This is a really weird consistency, and I felt like it would be easier to apply it with something like this as opposed to my finger, which I think it would stick to. So I'm literally just going to apply it in a triangular fashion underneath my eye. Yes. Okay, and that is the glitter completed. So to apply these little doodads, I just got a gigantic bag. I've actually had these for a while through some of my special effects stuff, but it's a giant bag of like rhinestone dudes. And I'm taking, how many do I have? 5 of them. And I'm going to use lash glue. That's the key. We're going to use lash glue to put them into place. Well, the fun part's going to be, can I keep them even? No. We already know the answer. No, I cannot. But how I started the last one was I put a dot right over like the arch of my brow and put like one of these medium-sized ones. Is this the same size? Yes. So I put that there, and that's just kind of where I started everything. So I've got that on. And then I've kind of got 2 more. One like here, here, and here. And here. I'm gonna put 2 smaller ones on the other half of my eyebrow, like where the tail is, and then 2 more of the same size in the front. Okay, so I'm going to line my water lines. So to do the lower waterline, I'm gonna be using this Marc Jacobs eyeliner in the shade Top Secret, a tealish color. And I'm going to be taking just a black kohl liner for the upper. Okay, so let me put on a lip really quick, and then I think we're done. This is the completed look. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It seems more difficult than what it truly is. There's a lot of steps to it, but this really wasn't hard to do. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, guys. I really do appreciate it. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. The button to do so is down below. Also hit that notification bell right next to it so you get notified every single time that I upload. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you are enjoying festival season thus far. My Instagram information is going to be running across the bottom of the screen. Don't forget to give me a follow over there, and of course we can hang out. And I think that's it. And are you guys proud of me? I actually did my hair for a video. It's not good. Like, it's not good at all. It's not how I intended it to be whatsoever. But I did it just for you guys. So, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!